the Tram who are fans of this film franchise, you'll be excited to know that they are currently working on a screenplay for... In our neck of the lot, we're going to show you how Hollywood makes weather effects for the movies. Since most films are made out here in sunny Southern California, where you don't get too many changes in the weather, right? So if you take a look at camera's view, so when you shoot the water straight out, look at that! It falls like natural rain. Just going to show you rain. We're about to show you how we create a flash flood. And look at that, it's heading right towards your house. You should get closer to the gate. You can see that through your way. We just showed you in person. Look for the movie. Anybody on the Tram know the name of this film? Yes, Big Fat Liar. Here's how we do it. We release thousands of gallons of recycled water from large tanks that are located at the top of the hill, and you can see actor Paul Giamatti get caught up in that flash flood you all just witnessed. But remember, the studio was built all the way back in 1912. Look at this. These sets we're about to show you, these are the oldest sets that we have. But did you know these sets stay quiet? And they're not used anymore? You know why? It's sad. Unfortunately, Hollywood doesn't make movies like this anymore. Anybody remember the good old-fashioned Western? Where the bad guys wear black. Oh, he's bad. And the good guy would wear white. And they'd have a stand-up cowboy. Now, back in the heyday of the Western, Universal Studios used to make 200 movies a year, right here on this street where you're sitting. Movies like the one on your monitors that were filmed in front of this building on the right. And in front of that tiny black door, filmed from across the street, and it would make these cowboys look a lot bigger and brawnier than they really were. Now, the theme of today's tour is Hollywood illusions. And we're going to talk about two techniques that are used by Hollywood to create illusions. The first one we're going to talk about is facades. That's what this patch of grass on the right is. Did you know this is Central Park, New York? Huh? Here's what they do. They have artists paint the New York City skyline on a large piece of glass. The glass painting of the skyline is so tall, it's taller than those trees. You put the painting in place by way of a crane. Bring in your actors, your park benches, film from across the street, tell all of you in the audience that's Central Park, and phew, you believe us. A facade means you don't build the whole structure, only the part of the structure that's going to be seen in that little area that's being shown on camera. Now, this body of water on the right, it was used for a classic Universal Studios movie called Creature from the Black Lagoon. Anybody remember that film?
We were on a scene where the creature has captured me, and then he comes up with me in his arms in this underwater cave. They had forgotten to heat the water.
Oops, who did that?
And it was November, so it was so cold.
And you guys are about to find out how cold we keep the water. Yeah, hold your nose. We're taking you in. Oh my gosh, this water is cold.
And of course, I'm supposed to be unconscious, and I'm trying not to quiver from the cold.
Yeah, I hope you don't get too cold. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to hold your nose. How about if on the count of 3, you say part the waters, and because it's Hollywood, we'll make it happen. Of the Red Sea. Remember the 10 Commandments when Charlton Heston played Moses? Well, to recreate the parting of the Red Sea, that's how Hollywood did it. Now we're going to take you down into the middle of our lagoon and we're going to show you another movie technique that, get this, is made possible because of the advancements of computer technology. Now coming up on the left, yeah, CGI. We got this little tiny baby set. It's called a large-scale miniature set. Now because of computers, Hollywood doesn't have to build sets in their life-size form anymore like the sets we've been showing you. You build these tiny baby sets, and then with computers, you can make that set look as large as necessary. Big screen. Did you know that the studio you're touring today, you're actually touring over 400 acres? So we have everything out here that a filming company could ever need. When they're putting a movie together, they don't have to travel all over the country or even all over the world. They just pick up their filming equipment and travel to different areas of our lives.
Well, Sally, no! Hello, ich bin Jimmy Fallon, die Ausschnitte. Ich glaube, wie steht auf mich.
Now, did you all know that you can see these sets in all of the first 3 Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean movies starring Johnny Depp? You can see these sets playing Germany, France, and Spain on the big screen. But they date all the way back to the 1930s. Now, remember earlier I told you we reuse our sets over and over again? Guess who uses these sets on the right? Would you believe the vampires from HBO's True Blood? Yeah, but here's how the sets looked back in the 1930s. Recipes, home decorating ideas, and they oftentimes have celebrity guest stars. This is pretty cool. Now at this point in the tour, we have an opportunity for New York. This is our New York subway. Here's how it looks on film. Did you know you've seen it in the Fox television series Bones?
Show me that side on the left.
And it's ours. That's the FBI?
Yeah, we hear about the nuclear remains.
That's him. Right over there.
You alright?
Yeah.
Now the cool thing about this particular soundstage is that the cool thing about this
What the?
filmed it. But right now, we want to welcome you all to the small New England town of Amity, scared by the crazy dinner habits of that man-eating shark. But not to fear, ladies and gentlemen, the shark has been captured. So we're just going to bring you out here to the area. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about the houses that you all can see. You may recall earlier that I told you in the tour that whenever you see these houses, they aren't complete. Okay, wait a minute. What's this in the water? I thought there was a shark over there with the ropes. Oh my gosh, there's a diver in the water.
I want those men out of the water now.
Is he swimming or is he screaming? I think he might be screaming. Oh, he's All right, well, that's news for the diver. But hey, we didn't know that. Right? We just met him like 10 seconds ago. I mean, I don't even know his name. Now, I am a little nervous because I don't know where the shark is. And whenever you hear that music in the background, it's not a good sign. Where's the shark? Guys, I'm scared. Where is he? Do you see him? And besides that, I know we're safe because we're all just... Oh, that's going to keep us safe.
How's that gonna keep them safe that there's water like
Mechanical shark used in all of Universal Studios' most successful movies. You all know the one, shark, even though I heard some of you on the tram screaming. You were scared. Now remember, we have everything out here that a filming company could ever need. So at this point in the tour, we're going to show you some of the houses that we have out here on the back lot and some of the neighborhoods that we built. Remember the classic Universal Studios movie, The Kill a Mockingbird? Well, did you know Atticus Finch and Boo Radley in that film lived in this many times over the years? But because we are a real studio, just like CSI and the Fox Network's Mindy Project is filmed on our front lot, did you know we were home to ABC's Desperate Housewives for 8 years? I know those of you on the tram who are fans of that show will recall this neighborhood.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
On your monitors, that's actress Eva Longoria, who played Gabby Solis. The garage on your monitors, there it is on the left.
What the heck? Let's fix that.
The yellow house on your monitors, there it is on the left. The blue and brick house with the columns on your monitors, there it is on the right behind that truck. And the door on your monitors, it belongs to this house at the end of the cul-de-sac where Edie Britt used to live.
This morning, Edie Britt decided to announce her return to Wisteria Lane.
Now, because this show is no longer on the air, you didn't think we were going to stop using this street, did you? We simply paint the houses a different color so the next time you all see them, you won't recognize them. The house on the right was 1313 Mockingbird Lane on the Monsters. But here's the street playing its most famous role as Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives.
Okay, you're not gonna believe this one. She's back.
Edie, is that really you? You know someone else my age with a body like this?
Now you may recall earlier in the tour we were talking about Alfred Hitchcock. Well, coming up, we have two of the most famous sets still standing in all of Hollywood. Did you know the movie Psycho was filmed right here on our back lot? Look at this. We still have the Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's 1960s classic thriller Psycho. Now it's pretty cool to imagine Alfred Hitchcock out here on the back lot directing that film. Now the interesting thing about okay, wait a minute. Who's this guy? What's his name? I don't know. Do you think he should be taking his picture? I don't. The movie's called Psycho, not Nice Man in a Brown Blazer. Oh my gosh! Somebody call him. Somebody say Norman!
Norman!
Uh-oh, he heard you. Oh, she's taking your picture right there. You see him?
You big weirdo!
She's taking your picture. For Steven Spielberg's movie War of the Worlds.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steven. Pretty good. Sit down and talk about War of the Worlds. I thought, what if
We're gonna get one over here on this side.
because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep pressing me. Listen here.
Now you push your eyes, okay? Sit down close.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
And those, ladies and gentlemen, are the secrets behind how movies and television shows are made out here in Hollywood, California. On behalf of our driver, myself, and all of us here at NBC Universal, we truly hope you all have enjoyed